Hello and welcome to another episode of the Entrepreneur Experts Cafe, sponsored by Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel. I'm Kimberly Crow, your host and the creator of the Facebook community Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel, a community by entrepreneurs, for entrepreneurs, helping entrepreneurs and experts get their business to the next level. Come join the community at www.entrepreneursrocketfuel.com/Facebook and join the conversation. Today, I'm going to interview a good friend of mine. Barbara Newsome is an expert on senior fall prevention. Barbara, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you for having me here.
Super excited to have you. So tell me how you became an expert in senior fall prevention. What a cool expertise.
Thank you. I have been a physical therapist for about 34 years. Ended up kind of in that field, working with primarily seniors, saw that every single one of them needed balance training. Most of them were there for some reason that had to do with falls, and just the need was very strong. And then lately with the lovely COVID, we have seen a deficit in just about everyone, in just, I don't know, widespread and way more. I think it was just like this social experiment that we had with everybody being isolated. And we just saw so much more difficulties that people were having all over and had to do with not moving, just plain not moving.
I totally agree with that. I think that when everybody was sort of shut down, the seniors in many ways got it the worst. If they were out walking around the mall or the local park, they were like, well, we just better not, right? And that reduced that movement, and that movement creates the opportunity for strength in muscles, but also balance. Is that correct?
Absolutely. You have to have the movement to even have balance. And if you're not moving, then your brain isn't working as well. So then it doesn't have the pathways down to your muscles and the rest of your body. I mean, it affects every single system in our body. So if we're stuck, we put our seniors in these 10 by 10 rooms and they're not moving, they're going to have physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. I mean, every system in our body is affected. So if we're not moving, we can't balance because we can't even move. Again, a body of motion stays in motion, but unfortunately, a body at rest stays at rest. Going back to our physics, long-term physics.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Hashtag she's not wrong. All right. So if we have seniors in our life, or if we are approaching seniorhood, what are some things that we can do? I've heard Tai Chi is amazing for balance and seniors. I've heard in some ways chair yoga or something where they can hang on to things without losing their balance can be good for it. I've heard dancing is amazing. Is that right? So share with us maybe some of the things that we should be doing more of and some ways that we can prevent that loss of balance.
So everything you said was spot on, totally spot on. But a lot of them are community based. So again, right now, a lot of that isn't going. You can get some of the Tai Chi classes like online or buy a DVD or something like that. And that's very possible too. The biggest thing I'm going to say is move. Don't sit for more than 1 hour.
Ooh, okay.
And that's actually a pretty widespread thing that there's a couple of researchers that I am kind of geeky about. But one was that did a lot of the NASA programs, and they looked at the effects of gravity and the effects of not having gravity when they were in space. But our body needs that. Our bodies were made to move. So just not sitting for more than an hour. So you can drink more water. Got lots of benefits there. We all need to be more hydrated, get up and go to the bathroom. And then, or if you're watching TV, like a lot of our seniors do, getting up and taking breaks during commercials. I mean, even just standing up, again, that change in gravity. And then again, exercise is great, but and I'm not saying that's not important. It absolutely is, but we also just need to move. Changing position throughout the day. If you need to set an alarm, if you do drive somewhere, park like one spot farther and then walk a little bit farther. So again, lots of opportunities through our day. And we just want to take those opportunities and actually be mindful of making those opportunities, because sometimes they're not. We're very habit creatures, and we want to make sure we're building in habits of movement. You deserve a break today. That I'm dating myself, but that's unfortunately that set us up for not moving, for thinking that our break means we need to just sit and not move. Unfortunately, again, we need to move.
Wow. So that's
Yeah.
powerful. When taking breaks, it's not actually, let's take a break and sit down. It's more, let's take a break and stand up. Is that correct?
Yes,
All right.
absolutely. Yeah.
Powerful
Absolutely.
message. Okay, great. All right. So when people come to you, where are they usually? Have they had their first fall? Have they had a parent with their first fall? Who comes to you, and what happens when they do?
It depends. I work in a facility that has independent living, assisted living, rehab, long-term care. And I've worked in home health. I've worked in all the settings. And now I'm again reaching out to people in the community, and have developed a fall prevention program that people can do on their own and from home. And I usually encourage like an older adult to do it with them, or like an adult child, or family member or friend, because we all need that accountability, and we all hear things differently, and we all need encouragement. So it's really important. And again, I always tell people that if you can't, our movement is our independence. And again, we all want to maintain our independence.
Oh,
and that's
for sure.
so important. So being able to develop that independence or maintain that independence is, again, keep moving. So when I work with them, depends on the setting they're in. If they're in their house, I'm going to be working on their house and the safety, and just meet them where they are. Everybody's different. So we have to figure out what works for us.
Well, I bet you're the favorite within your facility, but do you help people online as well?
Yes, I have a new online program. And it's, if you, do you want me to tell people how to get a hold of me?
Yes,
Okay.
please. If people want to reach out and work with you directly, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, my email address is Barbara, BARBARA, at yourbalanceforlife.com.
Can you say that again for the people that are listening at home?
Yes. Barbara at yourbalanceforlife.com.
And it's the number 4?
No, good question.
FOR. Okay.
FOR. Yes. Or you can go to my website, yourbalanceforlife.com as well. And there's information there. Again, and if you have any questions, and I'd love to talk to people, because everybody has questions about what do I need? And again, everyone is independent, or is every person is different and unique and has different needs for maintaining that independence. So I want to make sure I'm reaching them where they want to be reached and need to be reached.
I love that. And I think that's very powerful, because tapping into the desire for people to be independent and tying that to movement, I think really can resonate with our seniors, the ones who really do crave independence, but may not want to move quite so much. I think that really is a great message. And I love how you tied that in there. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today and carving time out of your very busy schedule to be on our podcast and share with our audience. Before we let you go, any final words for our crew?
I would say all of us keep moving as if your life depends on it, because it does.
Oh, that's beautiful. All of us keep moving as if your life depends on it, because it does. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Kimberly Crow. This is another episode of Entrepreneur Experts Cafe. We were here with Barbara Newsome, who's an expert on senior fall prevention. We'll see you next time. Cheers.